This ministry content is brought to you by the partners of Terri Savelle Foy Ministries.
I'm telling you, when you realize that success comes one day at a time, not one decade at a time, you will be much more intentional about your daily decisions. Hey, I'm Terri Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. Thank you for joining me. I want to share the 6 books that'll change your life this year, and I don't say that lightly. These books have had a profound impact on my life. First, I love reading stories of people who beat the odds. They didn't allow hardships to stop them from living their dreams. So let's do a little quiz in this week's video. Which celebrity had a rough start? Her father walking out on the family before she was even born. Her mom had problems battling addiction, and her stepfather had trouble holding down a job. Many of her early years were spent living in a trailer park. She left it all at 16, dropped out of school, moved to Hollywood where no one could resist her. Was it Farrah Fawcett, Demi Moore, Courtney Cox, or Blake Lively? I'll share the answer in just a little bit. And hey, for my subscribers, I'm doing another giveaway this week on Instagram. I'll explain in just a minute, but be sure to subscribe to my channel right now by pushing the arrow below. And I want to say a thank you for doing that because you're going to be the first to get notified about new videos, and I'm going to do my best to keep you focused this year on reaching your goals and, of course, living your dreams. So, which 6 books will change your life this year? I've shared these before, but it's worth recommending again because you might be new to my channel. So number 6 is The Aladdin Factor by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. You can see all my little sticky notes in here. I actually read this book years ago on vacation in the Bahamas, and I joked that it still smells like coconut oil, and you can see it is smeared all over the book. But I could not put this book down. It shares one of the greatest lessons you'll ever learn in life. How to ask for what you want. That's it. The Bible says you have not because you ask not. Now, this book explains how many of us are missing out on things simply because we've never asked. Scholarships, discounts, bonuses, upgrades, percentages off, and so much more. In fact, years ago, McDonald's decided to apply this simple principle to increase their sales and came up with a unique way to ask for more. They trained their staff to ask one more question when someone ordered a hamburger and a drink. The question was, would you like fries with that order? Well, obviously, a lot of people said, sure, why not? This single question added more than $20 million to their bottom line the first year. Well, after I read this book, I started sharing it with all my friends and telling them, let's do this, let's see what happens. So my best friend, Teresa, she asked for a scholarship for her son at a college prep academy. Normally $14,000 a year. Guess what? They gave it to her. $14,000 because she asked. Well, my husband Rodney, he asked the hotel where we were staying in the Bahamas if they would give us a discount. And they upgraded our room to a suite at the cheapest room price. I'm not making this up just because he asked. And then me. I'm telling you, when I finished this book, I was ready to ask anybody for anything in a tactful way. It's more about, being proactive. Well, one of my dreams was for a clothing store to sponsor my clothing. I'd been praying about that for years and nothing happened. Well, I was just hoping God would bring the right sponsor across my path. Well, after I read this book, I realized, Terri, get up and go ask. Well, it's not my personality, but when I finished this book, I drove to this very chic, trendy boutique in Fort Worth, and this very attractive lady approached me and she said, can I help you find something? I said, yes. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for something very specific. I said, are you in management here? She said, I own the store. I said, then you're the one I need to speak with. I said, do you ever provide clothing or sponsor clothing for TV personalities and authors and stuff? She said, well, we have one TV host that we sponsor. I said, well, would you be interested in sponsoring me? Within seconds, she said, I'd love to. Before I left, we were hugging, exchanging cell phones, and the owner was saying that I could call her anytime I needed clothes. All I'm saying is you have not because you ask not. That one bold question saved me thousands and thousands of dollars just by asking. Okay, number 5, I'll go faster, is The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. This book is an instruction manual for taking the next steps to grow yourself, grow your influence, grow your income, your career. Now, I've shared before that when I developed a personal plan for growth by doing what this book says to do, I went from ghostwriting books for other people to authoring books. I went from attending conferences to speaking at conferences. I went from watching TV for hours to hosting a TV show. Maxwell stresses that growth doesn't just happen. It must be intentional. Well, this book will help you get an intentional plan for growth. And when you grow, everything around you grows. Okay, number 4 is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Now, this book emphasizes the key to success is in your daily habits. Successful people are simply those with successful habits. In fact, 44% of the wealthiest people in the world get up early to read, to journal. I mean, look at all my notes in here. To, listen to messages, to exercise. They invest in themselves. This book needs to be at the top of your list. I'm telling you, when you realize that success comes one day at a time, not one decade at a time, you will be much more intentional about your daily decisions. This book is so easy to read, you will not want to put it down. In fact, Darren Hardy says, success is achieved through inches of progress, not miles of progress. So he very practically teaches how to be a little better today than you were yesterday. I cannot recommend this book enough. Okay, number 3. This one is called The Alone Advantage by Terri Savelle Foy. Okay, this is my brand new book, and we are actually doing a free giveaway to 3 winners who order this book today. The entire concept of this book is this. People are rewarded in public for what they practice in private. In other words, successful people have very specific habits that they practice behind closed doors that make them so successful. That's why I call it the alone advantage. When I finally discovered these 10 simple habits, it changed everything in my life. My health and fitness, my morning routine, my organization at home, my self-image. Everything improved when my habits improved. So bottom line is, you can't have $1 million dream with minimum wage habits. So I'm going to walk you through how to develop a morning routine that you will love. You'll learn how to protect it, and you'll see so many benefits that you won't want to stop. Your repetition is your reputation. You're going to learn how to dream again, how to set goals for yourself. And I'll share what I learned from my dad on the 7 indicators you have a dream from God. This is the alone advantage that successful people know about. So real quick, here's what we're doing this week. I'm going to choose 3 winners this week, and here's all you need to do. Number 1, order my new book, The Alone Advantage, by just clicking the link in the description or go to thealoneadvantage.com. This helps me so much to show my publisher that you're with me in this new release. Number 2, screenshot your order saying it was purchased. Number 3, post it to your Instagram story and tag me in it so I can see you. And I'm going to pick 3 winners this week. While you're waiting on my book to arrive, you are going to get a free copy of The Slight Edge. Does that sound good? So number 1, order my new book, The Alone Advantage. Just click the link in the description, screenshot your order saying it was purchased, post it to your Instagram, and tag me in it. So I'm going to pick 3 winners, and you're going to get The Slight Edge while you're waiting on my new book to arrive. Is that good? I can't wait to see you, and I want to say thank you for doing this. Okay, the second book is Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is wild, but he's wildly amazing. Now, this book really put that motivation I needed behind a word that I heard in prayer years ago. The Lord said to me, don't be average and your life won't be average. And that applies to everything. Don't be average and your career won't be average. Your marriage won't be average. Your body, your finances, your relationships. Sorry, I got like a... I might need a cupcake or something. Okay, I think I'm good. I can keep going. Your business, your ministry won't be average if you refuse to be average. Now remember this. Average is as close to the bottom as it is to the top. Well, after I read this book, I started going above average in my pursuit of my dreams. And I can say today, We have an above average life, an above average ministry. I've been given above average opportunities, and I don't take that lightly. And people say, Terri, your ministry has grown so much. How did you do it? Well, first, I give God all the glory because without Him, we are nothing. And second, faith without works is dead. We take above average action. So get this book and you'll never sit back and just wish things would change. No, you're going to get up and take action. Oh, and be sure you get my entire free reading list for this year. It has all the books I just listed, plus my favorite financial books and my favorite books to help you get past everything from your past and get focused on where you're headed. So you can just click the link in the description, get that free list, and get your next book in line to read. Okay, number one, oh my goodness, The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. If you've listened to some of my messages or read some of my books, you have undoubtedly heard me share from this book right here. It's huge, but it is worth every single page. I have given this book away to so many friends and colleagues as gifts because it is truly life-changing. I mean, this one is a new one, but my original one is so worn out because I refer to it. I reread sections. I quote it. I don't even know what all to say because there's so much, but I guess I would say this book contains the foundational principles to help you succeed in every area of life. If you read this book, you'll have what you need to get going. If you apply this book, you will not be where you are today next year at this time. Guaranteed. You will be amazed at what God will do in your life. So, those are the 6 books that'll change your life. I actually have 2 more I wanted to share, but we don't have time, so I added them in your download. Just click the link in the description and you'll see all of my most recommended books. And just get started. Now, I hope you enjoyed this, but let's answer the question I started with. Which celebrity had a rough start by her father walking out on the family before she was even born? Her mom was addicted to drugs. At 16, she dropped out of school, moved to Hollywood where no one could resist her. Was it Farrah Fawcett, Demi Moore, Courtney Cox, Blake Lively? It was the beautiful Demi Moore. Isn't that amazing? So thank you for joining with me today, and don't forget, I am cheering you on to live your dreams. Hey, it's Terri, your cheerleader of dreams. Have you ever heard the saying, people are rewarded in public for what they practice in private? Well, after reaching an all-time low in my life, I discovered exactly what successful people are doing in private that gives them an extraordinary advantage. I call it the alone advantage. And that's the title of my new book, where I reveal 10 simple behind-the-scenes habits that will lead you to wake up with vision, to overcome a defeated self-image, build your confidence, and prepare to live your dreams. If you're frustrated like I was with not knowing God's will for your life, I know how to help you. Go to thealoneadvantage.com and get your copy today. And it's my gift to you, when you pre-order the new book, you will instantly get access to 10 free bonus videos where I reveal the 10 behind-the-scenes habits. I'm cheering you on.